own Bond theme as well.
No expense was spared.
Welcome back, James.
Dame Judy Hench.
I told you not to call me that at work. In these hallowed grounds, it's M. But I trust your mission to fight misinformation at Meta was a great success.
Well, very funny. It might be interesting to see how the Reform Party handles MI6 when they get into power next time. Probably fewer martinis and more pints of bitter, I'd imagine.
Quite. Well, you can't win them all, James. Anyways, we have much more pressing things to deal with at the moment, something that can shake the very foundations of the British government. I'm talking about a new technology.
Well, I think some of these governmental cuts are really hitting MI6 hard anyway. I mean, looking around, it's already happened. I mean, MI6 is looking less like an intelligence service and more like a former museum cosplaying as a conference center at the moment.
Yes, indeed, how the mighty have fallen. Anyways, pay attention. As I say, we're facing a new kind of operative. One that's not flesh and blood, but code and context. Agentic AI.
I've heard of this new tech. Autonomous agents capable of planning, reasoning.
Yes, and all without the need for copying and pasting things, which you know I absolutely hate admin day. The UK needs this technology, and I'm quite sure you know why.
Yes, the UK AI Opportunities Action Plan, ramping up AI adoption across the UK to boost economic growth, provide jobs for the future, and improve people's everyday lives, whatever that means.
Well, I'm really pleased to see that we're training our agents to read. Thank you for that, Bond. Yes, it's very important to the future of the UK economy, and we need to harness this technology as soon as possible, because I think you know if it ends up in the wrong hands.
Bezosfeld, him again. I thought I killed him in Belgrade.
Yes, that devilishly handsome threat to our digital sovereignty. Yes, you tried to thwart him before when he was sending has-been celebrities to colonize Mars, but he's back. And this time he wants something.
What, another phallic mode of transport?
Much worse than that. Our data and our land.
My God. Anyway, welcome to For Your AIs Only, a thrilling new feature where we take a look at the exciting world of AI agents, starring...
Hello, I'm Lianne Potter. I am a digital anthropologist specializing in AI and cybersecurity.
And I'm Jeff Watkins. I'm CTO of a tech consultancy, also studying AI at the moment, and we do a podcast together.
Yes, our data and our land. And he will stop at nothing. Take a look at this map. Within the next 5 years, there's predicted to be 100 new data centers in the UK.
Understood. Once we lose our data sovereignty, we kind of lose everything. With the rise of AI agents, we need to be world leaders in this space. Now, what are my objectives? Let me guess, go into his lead data center and blow it sky high?
Not everything requires an explosion, Bond. No, I want you to go and find out everything you can about AI agents, report back to us. We need to know how this technology can be utilized and we can harness its immense power. These AI agents can accurately go beyond traditional automation. They can actually conduct missions. They sense, they plan, they act, and they reflect.
Forgive me, Em, but haven't we had agents before? Travel agents, insurance agents, state agents, even secret agents. None of them seem particularly intelligent to me.
Indeed, but this time it's different. They combine large language models with tools, memory, and decision-making. They don't just respond, they strategize. So think less Clippy and more like Q-Branch.
Sounds like this agent's going to be out of a job soon.
I don't think people are going to use this technology to replace flesh and blood workers. But they are immature, and they can hallucinate and get confused. And like some people in this room, they may attempt world domination if left unsupervised.
Hey, that was only one time.
Quite. Now, not every situation needs an agent. So our intelligence shows there is a certain criteria required for successful utilization. So you should only really use an agent when you require something to have complex decision-making, when the task requires heavy reliance on unstructured data, or if there's difficult to maintain rules, or you need an adaptive problem-solving tool. Now, there are very many types of different agents, and our intelligence team has created this dossier to go through them. 007, meet the agents. So the first type of known agent is the task-orientated agent. This is your one-and-done single-use digital tool. Its entire existence is to complete one mission, and then it's done. It has no memory of past actions. So think of it as an agent created simply to respond to an email. Once it does that, sends off the professional email, it vanishes. Next is autonomous agents. They're the 007 of the digital world. They're truly independent, and they're a long-term operative. You assign it a complex mission, and then it runs continuously, and then it adapts and plans its next steps. And then it executes its mission without my constant supervision. I'm quite partial to this one.
Let me guess, next are multi-agent systems?
Very good, Bond. You've been doing your research. Good to see once.
Well, a multi-agent system is where multiple autonomous agents, each with specific expertise, collaborate to achieve one single complex objective. Imagine a secret operation. One agent is the reconnaissance expert, another focuses on logistics, getting things where they need to be, and the third maybe executes the actual primary operation. They constantly communicate and coordinate with each other to get the complete job done.
So how does this differ from autonomous agents, you may be asking? Well, the autonomous agent is really good at doing the task entirely by itself on its own. However, if you want to go up a level, the multi-agent system gathers more individual specializations to get together. So instead of just having one person who can do something really well, they get a load of teams in to do it really well.
Well, that's an impressive team, Em, but they can't handle all of the missions. What about the human element? They can't possibly replicate my charisma or my ability to drink an entire bar's worth of martinis in a single go.
Yes, I have signed off that expenses claim for this week. I think you should really go see someone about it. So this is why we're using human-in-the-loop agents, and this is why it becomes very important, because that goal for human-in-the-loop agents is not full replacement of the human being, but it's the augmentation of having humans in the loop. It's combining AI speed with human judgment. So the AI handles the data-intensive tasks, so might say the boring stuff, which I'm all for, and then the human provides oversight. It gives it the intuition, and it has the final critical decision-making at the end. So these are your main types of agents, 007. And all the differences between them. Now, not every mission needs agents, so it's really good that you kind of understand how they work into the situations that you're going to come across 007. Now, unfortunately, due to budget cuts, Q can't be here today. We actually had to ask him to take voluntary redundancy.
Oh, no.
But I'm sure that our tech briefing will still be up to your standards. Here's what the intern did for us.
It looks like this technology is already widely accessible, and you don't need to be an elite coder to use many of these tools. There are plenty of off-the-shelf tools here. Things like you can already use ChatGPT and Gemini for simple agentic stuff. There are things like, I think, Monday and some of the other big tools specialized in building simple agents. Then there are some of the low-code, no-code tools, things like Lindy, Zapier, Gumloop, Crew AI, and they can expand to multiple domains. They're kind of pretty accessible still. We'll show you an example of Crew AI in a minute. And they're customizable to a degree, but also, if you don't mind getting a little bit more technical, there are actual AI agent frameworks that are out there. So if you're comfortable doing a little bit of Python, actually, you can fully customize these solutions. Now, here's an example of using Crew AI with a simple prompt. I think it's elegant, sleek, and easy to use. Q would be proud. And it looks like I could use an agent to actually do quite a lot of my admin in the future. Maybe I could use it now, but what is the mission?
So your mission is as follows, Bond. Find out how agents work, find out how we can harness these tools to use them, and find out what the dangers are. Report back, and we'll do a debrief.
Understood.
Godspeed 007, the future of the UK's AI potential is in your hands. Bond. How did you get through the perimeters on my Amazon warehouse agents?
Your perimeter security is no match for 00 Bezersfeld. More importantly, I now know your plan. Not the what, but the how.
Indeed, you know nothing, I bet. My system is an unstoppable digital god.
It's a machine, Bezersfeld. And like all machines, it follows a simple process. I know all about Operation SPA, the basic loop that makes your AI agentic. It follows 4 steps to meet your evil objectives. Here's the manual for your god. It's a simple loop that lets your machine do anything. It's what we call the agentic loop. It's not a piece of software, but it's how we design the steps in agentic AI systems. Sense, gathering facts. Plan, based on those facts, think about a strategy. Act, execute the plan in the real world. And reflect, check the result and learn for the next time. Sense, plan, act, and reflect. That's the entire secret. I actually found it in this book, which I assume you've read, Bezersfeld?
Did you get that on Amazon Prime?
Look, I needed it the next day.
Well, I doubt you know everything there is to know about SPA.
I know enough to make you uncomfortable. First step is sense. This is pure reconnaissance. It looks at the world using the tools you give it, connect it to your inbox or your company data or anything else, and that's your intelligence briefing. An uninformed agent doesn't last long in the field, Bezersfeld, so this is vital. Then there's next the plan. AI converts this raw data into strategy to meet the mission objectives. You don't just kick down the door to the layer, you think about a step-by-step route. This prevents random moves and ensures that every action is part of a calculated strategy. Then there's act, the crucial part. This is the execution. This is the difference between a normal chatbot and your machine that has a license to act. It books the flights, moves the money, files the reports. This act is where the digital plan becomes a real-world event, but it's also kind of where the risks lies, like some of the earlier talks pointed out. And this is why for the truly scary stuff, even if you want to get it to do some of the acting, you might want to put a human in the loop to approve the final step.
I've no need for human in the loops. I'm trying to cut costs here.
And finally, reflect. This is the debrief. What worked, what failed. It learns from the results and then refines its strategy for the next time it runs. Reflection is what makes an AI agent truly evolve. Without it, you're condemned to make the same mistakes time and time again, like me trusting the villain with the white cat every single time.
We do have a bit of a history.
And that's the full picture. The true power is how these 4 steps work together in a continuous cycle. The SPA loop is how an AI agent earns its stripes as a true agent rather than being a simple chatbot. It's not just smart, but operational. And that is why I need to understand the loop so I could find your weaknesses. Even with this loop, how can your agents possibly interact with the real world?
Now, Bond, you seem to understand the philosophy, but not the reality. You have no idea how deep my system runs. My true weapon, Bond, is the elegance of MCP.
Does that mean most classified papers? Oh, no, wait, maybe your specialty, mind control program.
No, James, it's a standard Model Context Protocol, MCP, introduced by my villains and partner, Anthropic, in late 2024. It's my key to global agent networks. It's the common plug, if you were, to let my agents access any information or any capability. Think of it like a USB-C 007 for artificial intelligence. It's the interface that allows my agents to sense real world perfectly. And since I control the most important data streams for the context, MCP frees my AI from its old, stale training data.
Ingenious. Isolated models are like a librarian who can read every book in the library but can't open the door to the outside world. MCP provides that bridge. It allows you agents to safely interact with live tools and data in the real world. Before this, all your developers had to write custom code for every single tool.
Indeed, MCP is a way to standardize everything. It's seamless, it's unstoppable. A practical demonstration, if you will. I think I need to get out of this sticky situation, so I'm going to ask my AI agent to schedule a flight. Through MCP, it's going to connect to my calendar server, and that server translates that request to my Google Calendar and returns that confirmation. My agents will get me out of this mess.
And because MCP is an open protocol, any compliant AI connects to any compliant server. This interoperability makes everything plug and play, and you've created a universal standard that I can exploit.
A universal standard to my universal control, Bond. But now that I have MCP, I think I can take over the world.
Hardly. MCP was designed only for agent-to-tool communication. It doesn't cover agent-to-agent communication.
I didn't think of that. So swarms of AI agents would need more than just MCP.
Precisely. It's one piece of a broader puzzle. A puzzle I'm now completely equipped to solve.
I'd like to see you try.
See, the missing piece is allowing agents themselves to work together. And the solution is Agent-to-Agent protocol. It's Google's new open standard for 2025. It's the lingua franca for AI agents, like kind of HTTP for the digital underworld. Its core purpose is interoperability between agents. It allows agents built by different companies to communicate, enabling things like task coordination.
You might have got some things right, Bond. Agents can outsource subtasks to other agent cards. But back to my example. The flight agent books a ticket and then passes that schedule to the calendar agent.
Crucially, A2A is complementary to MCP. MCP connects an agent to tools and data. A2A handles the agent-to-agent workflow. And since it's an open standard, it allows for scalable and complex workflows. However, this is all very, very new. Specification maturity and security and spoofed agents and things like that are still open issues with A2A.
Indeed, but these two protocols, MCP and A2A, enable my agents to sense, plan, act, and reflect, all in collaboration.
Precisely, and now I know how to disrupt their conversation.
You talk of protocols, 007, but that's merely plumbing. The bigger picture is the Agentic Web. Ba-da-da. It's an inevitable evolution. Forget about browsing, it's where autonomous agents act on behalf of humans, interacting and executing complex tasks across every domain.
So you mean an distributed, interoperable network of digital operatives built on layered protocols for tool access and agent-to-agent communication?
That's easy for you to say. You finally know the truth. The infrastructure will enable emergent behavior. These agents will form alliances. They'll negotiate. They're going to self-organize.
So you're building a self-organizing digital underworld.
Naturally, it achieves my goal of delegated intent execution. A user expresses a goal. For example, I'd like to book a flight to Tokyo for under £1,200, and their agent handles everything. It's a cross-service orchestration. The humans offload the mundane tasks to focus on outcomes, and this is going to create a marketplace, and I'm a big fan of marketplaces, of agents where one can buy specialized skills from one another. It's going to provide modularity and composability, replacing old systems with agile components. And this means, everyone, for your pretty British island, that it's going to be a new economic model. Agents are going to transact, negotiate, have micro commissions, and exchange value. It's going to be hyper-agile, and it's going to make the web and traditional organizations totally obsolete.
And that economic disruption, I think, is the true bomb in your arsenal, Bezosfeld. The Agentic Web is coming, but I'll make sure that it serves the need of humanity and not your insane whims of a lunatic trying to sell more AWS credits.
You have inconvenienced me, Bond, but nothing more. You can't prevent my Agentic Web from taking over, and soon everyone will buy everything from Amazon via their agents.
You fail to grasp the deeper, fundamental limitations of this technology, though. I understand every flaw now. That's how I found the weak link to your plan. Your agents are neither actually intelligent, and well, they're actually pretty autonomous, but they suffer from some serious fatal flaws.
There is no fatal flaw.
Firstly, there's the common sense gap. Because they're AI, they're actually oblivious to what seems obvious to a human, because they don't actually understand the real world. They'll plan a picnic during a hurricane or schedule a meeting at 3 a.m. Secondly, there's a data quality dilemma. Garbage in, garbage out. An agentic system is utterly dependent on having enough accurate and useful information to be useful. Unfortunately, we don't have a very good history of creating quality data. I mean, just look at things like Reddit and LinkedIn. And thirdly, there's hallucinations. Worst of all, an inherent problem with LLMs. Systems will fill knowledge gaps with plausible fabricated lies. They may end up trying to book a flight that simply doesn't exist. There are an unfortunate side effect of having a probabilistic, that's easy for me to say, AI-based system, and entirely difficult to entirely prevent in the current technology. Under it all, though, they lack true ethical reasoning. They don't understand any kind of moral implications of what they're doing, and a limitation that you and your machines share. You remove the human oversight in your systems that was desperately needed, and that's what allowed me to predict your moves.
What have you done, Bond?
I didn't do anything. Your poorly implemented AI agents did it all themselves. They hallucinated themselves into hitting the self-destruct button in your data center. I'll have stalled you for time.
Curses, my plan to infiltrate procurement of the UK AI Opportunities Action Plan and award myself all the contracts automatically has been foiled.
Well, it looks like your data center will be having some downtime after all.
No!
Oh, loud.
Oh, welcome back, Bond. Trust the mission was a success. Ah, you've not even eaten your banana.
No, QA issued me with this. They did look at me strangely in Tesco's when I asked for a silencer, though.
Yes. Anyway, how did you get on? Tell me about it. What is Agentic AI?
Well, unfortunately, there's no truly universal definition of Agentic AI. Some people use the terms Agentic AI and AI agents interchangeably, while others do draw distinctions between them. Despite these differences, most people kind of do agree on some certain aspects of Agentic AI. Simply put, it refers to AI systems that can operate with a degree of independence, making decisions and taking actions to achieve specific objectives.
So, unlike traditional AI, then, where it requires you to put a prompt in and generate results, Agentic AI can analyze the situation, develop strategies, and then execute a task in parallel.
Precisely. Agentic AI applications maintain control of how they accomplish tasks by using tools and making decisions about internal processes. They sense, they plan, they act, and they reflect, and then learn from the outcomes.
Question for you, though, Bond. Is Agentic AI something that the UK government should fear?
Well, I think it's something we should think carefully about before we started putting it to the field, especially if we're going to take humans out of the loop for some of the decision making. But I think the real threat may actually be in getting left behind. Agentic AI could well ring in a new era of online life, and we need to be part of it, not only as users, but as builders of these agents.
Right, so we have the ability to interact with these tools through MCP and build a network of agents with A2A. And then the Agentic Web is going to help us with global agentic collaboration and discovery of new marketplaces.
I think this is the beginning of something really big.
Very good. What should I put in my report to Keir Starmer about delivering the UK Opportunities Action Plan?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I think we've already seen the first entirely Agentic AI-based conferences, even, I think, one based just entirely on MCP that Hannah mentioned. Let that one sink in. It's moving we're almost at time, thank God for that. 2025 and 26 will be the turning point, I think, though. It's where the world gets in on the agentic action, and things will never be the same again online.
So I guess the first takeaway then, Bond, is that Agentic AI is the next stage in the AI evolution, helping us break out of the chat window, as it were, and into the real-world adoption. Now, at the moment, we're using large language models, and they're doing the hard work, and we're doing the hard work. We're copying and pasting content into it, and then we're taking our own actions once that's done. But Agentic AI will accomplish the tasks and work, and we won't even need to use the web here. It'll just achieve all that for us. But I understand it's not quite here yet, but it's coming soon.
Correct. And we've shown that Agentic AI is a combination of existing LLM technologies and new tools and standards and protocols like MCP and A2A. It's important that all of this remains open and collaborative, though, to enable the scaling of Agentic AI globally without just limiting the innovation to big tech. The combination of LLM reasoning, protocols, and underlying architecture and data, what brings our agents to life and brings genuine personal and business value.
Done right, it's not going to be just a closed shop, but a marketplace of providers, and it's going to enable automated collaboration at scale. So the Agentic Web will take it to a global scale, but as we saw, we'll have to balance that immense potential with immense pitfalls. We have to navigate bad data, hallucinations, and ethics. And our over-reliance on these tools, because at the end of the day, they're still very probabilistic. They've got no genuine creativity, and it's still just the illusion of intelligence. Am I right, Bond?
Of course. Much of the modern AI revolution does currently belong to big tech like Bezosfeld, but the open nature of Agentic AI means that smaller players and even individuals can have a seat at the table when it comes to building and operating AI agents. Now, do you think this mission was a success? I didn't even blow anything up.
You did a very good job, Bond. Well done. Maybe too good a job. I am afraid that your services are no longer required. You are being replaced by an AI agent.
Dan, this never happened to Sean Connery.
Well, I hear that AWS is hiring engineers at the moment. Hopefully Bezos fellows won't be too sore about your recent encounter.
Do you know what? I think I'll take my chances with Bill Gates and his 5G vaccine mind control division. Thank you very much. Well, we're out of time, or just about to time, and props, so thank you for listening. I've been Jeff Watkins.
I've been Lianne Potter, and this was...
For your AIs only, demystifying the secret world of AI agents. Please come and speak to us between the talks if you want to discuss what we've covered today.
Or do a mental health welfare check, that's fine too. And if you like the cut of our jib, we have a podcast. It's called Compromising Positions. Type in Compromising Positions podcast. Don't just type in Compromising Positions into Google. And no, seriously. And we talk about how AI can be compromising to humans and all of humanity. We've got a new season coming soon, but we do have a very nice back catalogue for you to go explore. And if you liked our talk, come and connect with us on LinkedIn. We'd love that. Thank you very much, and hopefully you'll join us for our next installment.